Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Review. And hello to Special 1Q to Minecraft Review, of course, and the rest of you. I'll stop doing that now. Yeah, so today we've got Freak Show, episode 2. No, I'm kidding, it's episode 5. It's episode 5, getting expelled from Monster High. Now, when I saw that title, I was thinking like, this is kind of interesting in a sense of, wasn't the whole point of Monster High that you couldn't, not Monster High, sorry, of Cade, that you couldn't actually leave of your own volition or you wouldn't be kicked out? Because, this kind of like, was like the place for monsters to be or something like that. Wasn't that the whole point? So I'm wondering if this is going to be an example where there turns out there is a rule that no monster has broken before, and that's what Rev is trying to do to get expelled, or whether or not Rev is trying to, push the principal's button so much that he absolutely wants to that she absolutely wants to bend the rules and get him out of there because it's making everything much more difficult, forgetting of course that students have literally died and were buried on the grounds, or something else entirely. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So I guess there's only one way to find out, and dive on in with this. Hello to Josh as well, and without further ado, on with the review.
I can't believe they were out of blood pudding at the cafeteria again.
Oh, hey, Mark's back. Finally. It's been ages.
How am I supposed to...
Okay, sure, he was in the episode last time, but I mean, he hasn't had much of a focus I thought he would at the start of the series.
Start my day without my protein.
Explain what part of the story has anything to do with me.
I gotta get you to try it sometime, dude.
By the way, I always appreciate a good walk and talk scene. In anything, whether it's gacha, whether it's Minecraft, anything, whether actually, focus on, and even in Minecraft, it's even more difficult. It's have to focus the angle specifically and keep cutting back and forth to make it dynamically interesting. So, yeah, already really on board with this. Last episode was definitely my favorite out of the series thus far. So, the fact this one's off to a good start as well gives me a lot of hope.
It looks a little gross, but it's the best!
Trying to convert him to blood, I guess. Gonna become Hemo Bros. That's got to be a thing between vampires, isn't it? Hemo Bros.
Rev, you coming?
You go on ahead, vampire. I have something to take care of first.
Oh, okay.
I want to suck your blood. No Hemo. Like the angles, a lot of animation in gacha and Minecraft. Yeah, because a lot of the time, especially with gacha, most people make their series and don't think of to either zoom in or zoom out or anything. They just have like all the angles and it's always a wide landscape shot. Minecraft has had back and forth between them depending on the creator, but most of the time in gacha you don't get that. So I always love when people actually put the effort into for that.
Hey, see you later then.
Ah, so now Rexiipher manages to edit something where the sound is coming from a distance or is somewhat filtered. About time. Also, is that his head?
Damn it!
Well, yeah, obviously.
Why didn't that work?
Whatever.
Why didn't it work? Because you're already dead.
Just hurry up and...
Who the hell is shouting in the...
Oh, no. Oh, no. You've granted her a golden opportunity. She'll be playing football with your head in 5 seconds.
Put me down!
The only way to make this better is if, like, his body was, like, floundering behind and trying to chase her.
Down, way to go!
He certainly is.
Run
Oh,
faster,
it is!
you useless-
It is actually chasing. There you go!
Back of meat!
Huh?
I think I'm gonna throw your head off the...
Okay, in all fairness, I guess because of the angles, the walk and talk, I think what they're trying to do is making sure the camera's still on them. They're not actually going that fast. If you tell Wendy's not actually running at all, or neither, and she's not trying to get away from Rev's body as much as she probably should be, that's probably why. I think they're still working it out.
roof, and we'll see how long it takes before the buzzard starts to... Hey! Watch it, you!
Oh, now you're cooked.
Oops.
You two, come with me. Now.
Oh yes, you're both in trouble for a thing that I know that only one of you is responsible for.
Well,
Classic.
this is gonna suck.
La 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 la, intro, 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 etc., etc. Here we are.
What'd she do? Put you in timeout?
I guess that's a good question. I was imagining that Rev could like reattach his head, but no, I guess he wouldn't because that's not within like his skill set to do unless it's potion related. He's gonna have to ask someone about that. Yeah.
Shut up, Rev.
Oh wow.
Mr. Bennett, you may come in now.
I know the principal's meant to be like super intimidating, but it's like nice to have that reminder. You know, I talked to Aiden about like the sense of like power scaling, referring to Captain Stone in Mermaid Tales and the philosophy behind like how like One Piece or Dragon Ball will try power scaling. This also works. Intimidation scaling. Wendy is, of course, you know, well, I mean, it will start off as you know, as an incredibly scary threat that Rev kind of like rose to the occasion of. But having her be terrified of somebody else only elevates that person's status in the minds of, you know, the main character, but also the viewers. So it works for a bunch of other things as well. It makes sense that his coordination is slightly off because, I mean, of course it would be.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
Little workplace accident.
So we meet again. Rev Bennett?
Can we just hurry up and get this over with?
Curious. Your words and your actions are completely antithetical.
What part of well, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people who chop their own heads off want things to be gotten over with as well. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Oh.
You clearly do not enjoy these encounters of ours. And yet, you continue acting in such a way that forces us to interact.
Ah, yes, having his head carried off by a random student. Of course, that definitely means that he was expecting to be sent to the principal's office. I know she's probably referring to the head situation, but I mean, even then he could have passed that off as an accident that would have been, you know, that would have been dealt with otherwise. It's only because Mr. Lovecraft sent both of them here that he ever ended up in this office. So his actions did not lead to this encounter.
Every student at this school suffers from some form of delinquency. But you
treat delinquency like it's a condition? Are we going into criminal minds or something? Whether that's literally a thing that is part of the story. Okay.
alone demand my undivided attention almost constantly. Is this not as exhausting for you as well?
It is. So let me go and we can call it even.
Mr. Bennett, you do not get to barter. Your options were comply or be punished. You continuously force my hand into the latter. Even now, you sit before me with your head separated from your shoulders. Yet another of your multitudinous acts of defiance.
How does she know? Oh, I guess the constant vigilance thing, maybe. I don't know how much she knows of what goes on here that gets, like, completely ignored, honestly.
Tell me, Mr. Bennett, what is your end goal here? You're not stupid. You know revenants are immortal. And you know escaping the school is impossible. I've proven it. Thoroughly. So why is it that we're still dancing this dance?
Because you can't keep me here.
You're convicted.
Yeah, that's what it really is, you know. It's a case of, you know, the power struggle, trying to get one over somebody and prove that you are smarter rather than, you know, being stupid. Very much a team mentality.
Was lacking there. You really don't know what you're doing, do you?
Shut up!
I've let you get away with too much for too long, Mr. Bennett. You're like a misbehaving pet. You will unlearn this bad behavior. Or else.
Or else what?
Or else.
Why do people always say or else what? It never goes well.
I will employ my final method of discipline. Expulsion.
Expulsion?
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. And since she brings it up, I'm wondering if expulsion just means something different here, or like expulsion being execution rather than anything else. But I don't know. Also, Hello Midnight.
Well, why don't we just...
Let me stop you right there, Mr. Bennett. I highly advise you against testing my patience further. Trust me. Today, you will face punishment in the form of detention. With any luck, a firm slap on the wrist will finally straighten you out.
Ha, doubt
The fact that you stated that's your end goal already means that he's aware of what you're trying to do, and therefore it will not work.
it.
Only time will tell, Mr. Bennett. Sooner or later, you will become obedient. Believe me. Dismissed.
Back now?
What? My head's back on?
There we go.
How
Just checking.
kind.
Oh, it's you. I was wondering which unlucky student would be joining me for lunch duty today. Of course, it's Rev.
You know what? I do like the fact that, lunch being the detention here means that they only have one staff member because they only ever need one. I mean, it makes sense with a school where people suffer from delinquency or whatever.
Venet himself. I had quite the mess to clean up in my alchemy lab the other day. You wouldn't have had anything to do with that, would you?
That's quite the insinuation, although I guess she doesn't know what he got in trouble for, so maybe that's what she's relating it to, I guess, but alright then. Okay. Oh, sorry to hear that. They said they would be time for some Pops fandom. I guess Weather Pops isn't happening after all. Alright then.
No.
Of course you'd say that. But I know Miss Donna would have never done that herself.
What, did she squeal on me?
No, you actually just did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Classic. I've pulled that in storytelling as
Damn it.
well.
You had better be on your best behavior, Mr. Venet. I don't know what you did to end up in detention here, but I'm...
So, okay, because Bella obviously, well, hold on. So if she doesn't know, then why was Rev her first suspect, considering that, although I mean, I guess she knew that Bella was involved, but, like, why? Okay, alright, sure.
warning you.
Surely she must think that that's the reason he's in detention now, rather than, if he got caught for that. But, anyway.
One toe out of line, and I'll...
Turn you into a frog. Yeah, I know.
You put a toe out of line, and I'll send you straight home! Oh, and JD, thanks for being sorted to Gryffindor.
Poof! So disrespectful. No wonder you're here.
Whatever. When am I supposed to start cooking?
Cooking? Oh, no, boy. After seeing the state you left my lab in, I wouldn't trust...
I mean, you treat fandoms as if they are something that that requires like a certain level of participation in, rather than just like like general consumption. Making content in them, of course, requires a commitment, but just being around and enjoying the things in the first place, that shouldn't be a time constraint of like, oh, I can only have 3 things that I like right now. I don't know. Also, totally have had allegations about them for years. That's no different.
you the pewter. You'll be serving the students today. Surely you can't find a way to mess that up.
You'd be surprised.
Do it! Or you'll be on the next plate I send out.
Fine.
He is actively trying to die. That's not a good threat for him.
Fine. Stupid dumb school. Stupid dumb. Is this for Narissa? The hell is Narissa? That's... Oh, you know what? It's probably her.
I like how he's figuring this out based on A, the empty plates, and B, the fact that everyone's names are puns.
Alright, well, here's your raw fish.
Oh, you make a pretty cute servant fountain boy.
Why? Okay. There's lots to unpack there. But also, why did that require like intense preparation if it's a raw fish?
Ew.
Ew? What do you mean, ew? Hey, come back here. I'm not done talking to you.
Yeah, see that again, they're not fitting out the sound. That's the one thing I keep saying that they should do to improve the content on this channel is make sure you can fade out the sound if somebody's actively talking to you. And they're not and you're walking away from them.
Sarah.
I saw you get in trouble earlier. What happened?
I got dragged into the principal's office.
Wow.
I mean, you got carried into the principal's office.
And you're still here?
She stuck me on lunch duty. She thinks she's so clever.
She is.
Ha! Not so much. She lets slip that if I keep this up, she'll expel me.
But of course, didn't mention what expulsion is, and it's going to be a whole thing about, okay, what does that actually mean now?
So, I get a free ticket out of here if I can just push her hard enough.
That doesn't sound easy.
Okay, see, there we go. There's the underlying thing there. That makes more sense.
It won't be. But, hey, you went out of this dump too, right? Wanna help?
Sure, why not?
You, boy! Quit your chit-chatting and get back to work.
Who is this for? Of course this is for her.
Your plan is to obey?
No!
How does he already know where he's going? Does he know where everyone sits? Has he paid attention to that much?
I just need a minute to come up with something. Not exactly like having passion struck into me. Here's your mystery meat.
Oh man, they stuck you on lunch duty? Ew, I don't want my food handled by a dirty zombie.
Well, too bad. Goodbye.
Got it, you little... Wait a second. That's a good idea.
Huh? Wait, where are you going?
Here we go.
Hey, my lunch.
Not anymore, zombie girl. Sarah, eat.
Okay.
What? Sarah, why are you complying with this? What?
What the hell? I'm hungry.
I know you are, zombie. And I also know that as you get hungrier, you get stupider. So when you're starving...
Oh, that's why the speech is so slow right now.
Brains.
That was instantaneous. Wow, she must have been ravenous before.
Oh, that was fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She...
You know what? You're not wrong about getting stupider. You ran off in the direction that's not the stairs.
Lost? What is she... Oh!
Ow! Ow! What the hell did you just do?
Yummy.
I mean, is that... Actually, you know what? That's a good question. If another monster gets bitten by a zombie, do they turn to a zombified version of said monster? I'm wondering.
You little...
I'm guessing that was made of the zombie speech there, but like, my lunch. You pay for that. I think. Oh, well, there's my answer.
brains.
You know, we should stop asking questions and like let the video actually. You know, no. If I stop asking questions, it won't be transformative content.
Oh. Yes! Come on, Sarah, let's get some good seats for this one.
You had good seats because you were upstairs away from harm. I like how this is presumably just, you know, a regular occurrence that people know. There's a procedure for. Attention, we have a code green in the lunchroom. I repeat, a code green in the lunchroom.
Yes! Yes! Now this is what I'm talking about!
Revenant!
Off the stairs. Yeah, in all fairness, that is Wendy for you.
You come here, this instant!
Uh-oh. That's our cue to ditch. Move it, Angel!
Okay.
Sarah really never questions anything anymore.
But that ought to peeve the principal.
I can only
How?
cure you one at a time. Form a line and stop biting each other.
Look at that damage! Impressive, huh?
You're going straight down, for sure.
Thanks!
You know, you think if it were that detrimental, they'd have a procedure for it, but alright.
You're nothing if not consistent, Mr. Vennet. I reprimand you, and you respond by infecting half of your class.
Finally, credit where credit's due.
Cute. I see you also roped in another to assist you in your rebellion.
I mean, she kind of showed up there, but yeah.
This is an interesting development. You
No, it isn't. He's done this many times before.
deferring to another.
Just hurry up and expel us both already.
Oh, did you think this was enough to earn you expulsion? Seriously?
It isn't?
Mr.
Again, if they have zombie students, they must have a procedure in place for this kind of thing.
Bennett, curing a zombie outbreak is a trivial matter.
Yeah, just need a splash point of weakness and a golden apple, you know? And everyone's fine. Obviously, everyone knows that.
For humans, not so much, but for us, it's of no consequence.
Aside from people not really getting the lunch, aside from the brains that they put into the eat, but okay.
What? You want me to infect the entire student body next time?
No,
I mean, that almost happened, didn't it?
I want you to learn. And since you seem insistent on escalating, I will escalate right along with you.
You would think at a certain point, if she's recognized that Rev is nothing if not consistent, that she would try a different approach. There are more than one way to rehabilitate someone. But you know, the point is that if she's meant to be like as clever as she is, why has she not tried literally anything else aside from this?
With what? Double cafeteria duty?
Not quite. I'm sure even you'll find this lesson quite
Also, this wouldn't work in Rev's case, unfortunately, because his parents sent him here, but yeah.
digestible.
Hmm?
That was a lunchroom thing, but yeah.
Oh, she put us inside a stomach! Inside of a literal stomach! Oh, I might hurl.
I've seen worse.
What the? When have you...
That's a very good question.
Actually, don't answer that. We need to get out of here, and then really show it to that principal for this!
Can we?
I appreciate the background sound of the stomach, by the way, because obviously with these being blocks, you can't exactly have it so that, you know, the ground is squishy or anything, but you get like the sense of that from like the sound effects in here.
Can we really win this fight? We seem to be at a disadvantage.
You want out, don't you? This is the only way.
If you're still trying, then I guess so.
What is that?
I guess that is why Sarah's his accomplice, because, you know, she has expressed, you know, interest in, like, not, you know, dissatisfaction with being here.
I mean...
I don't know.
Wonderful insight as always, Sarah. Stupid, weird, squelchy flesh.
Yeah, probably some parkour.
Let's see, maybe on this. Get up here.
I forgot you could do that on Dripstone.
And then...
See, another thing I really love about this series, they use, like, the new stuff, the new Minecraft things that, you know, that don't show up in a lot of, like, the classic roleplays, especially if they use the same mods that haven't been updated in years.
You know, wings would make this so much easier right now. Mind lending me yours?
I can't.
That was a joke, Sarah.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't ever laugh again.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. See, she's nothing but consistent.
Ha! There it is. Time to ring the dinner bell.
Oh yeah, they're going. Okay, that was so much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would go like vomited out. Okay, fair enough. No, it's just that this time it's the I forgot what the center monster was that they gave to Reflector that one time that like ate everyone.
Freaking disgusting worm. Huh. Came out surprisingly clean.
And the stomach was surprisingly large considering the size of the mouth.
You're welcome.
Wait, your angel powers! How come you didn't just use them to teleport us out of that damn beast?
Can't. The principal's magic doesn't let me.
Oh. So you can only do that
I guess that would also explain why she doesn't teleport out of the school.
with us in the void, right? We ought to teach the headmistress a lesson. And I think I know just how to do it.
You do?
Of course. We're in a monster dungeon! Oh, one of these could tear apart half the school. Question is,
You know, you think they wouldn't keep monsters that can tear up the school in a dungeon?
which?
Maybe a troll.
Too
There's a
slimy.
troll in the dungeon!
Too big. Too evil. Ugh. Oh. Oh, here we are.
Deceptively small creature that can
Oh, this one's
chaos.
perfect! Open the cage. We're taking this one.
Okay, for some reason I can't pause anymore, so it's gonna be flowing
Hello?
rather quickly. I
Are
don't
you
know what's
deaf
going
now
on.
or something?
This monster won't hurt you, will it?
Huh? That's what I'm sort of hoping for.
Oh wait, no, I can still. Wait, what? No, come on. I pressed pause, and I pressed space, and then it did a thing, but now it's not. Come on, why my scroll pad's not working, but now pressing space doesn't do that either, but it worked that one time? Really? Well, this is my spare computer. I can't have another one break down. I don't know what to do. Does anything work? Any keyboard shortcuts? Anything? This calls for drastic measures. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, now I can't even see myself. Okay, I just went to plug my mouse in from upstairs to see if like that would move, but even that's not moving. I think my entire screen is frozen. And the only thing for that at this point is turning off my entire computer, which might cut the stream. We'll see if that happens. I have no choice. Okay, I think I'm back now. Yeah, I'm back now. And now my scroll pad works perfectly fine. I am never trying that again. If it doesn't, for some reason, I'm just leaving it as it is, and we'll go from there.
Egg. 2. Go. Why are you acting weird?
Yeah, I was just saying before that I do like the fact that that Sarah actually again does seem to show like actual like attachment and concern now rather than beforehand where everything was just disinterest. Like she actually someone's spending time with her and she's actually growing up as she and she's technically I guess the interest line. So yeah, all right.
Sorry.
Just hurry up and open the damn cage.
Okay.
Hold on, I want to go
Sort
back and
of
just make
hoping
sure.
for.
But you'd resurrect still, right?
Most likely, yes. Regrettably.
Okay. I guess it's fine.
The hell's wrong with you? Why are you acting weird?
Sorry.
Just hurry up and open the damn cage.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, it was already open.
Oh, good dog. Now come along, pup. We've got work to do. Here we are.
I was gonna say that that obviously like the small creature that first of all could probably fit through those bars, but second of all is supposedly it supposedly like looks like the least dangerous, is probably the most devastating creature of all. That's the usual trope that was going on here, but at least to Rev's credit, he's kind of relying on that and realizes this thing probably is dangerous in some way. And if it does hurt him, then so be it.
Dorm courtyard.
Good girl. You've only died 4 times so far today. That's a new record.
Forget the fur ball.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Dog versus cat.
Oh, I've got something better.
Rev, there you are. I haven't seen you in class at all today. Where have you been?
Unimportant. Here, pet the mangy dog I found.
Oh, puppy! Adopt a new pet, Rev.
Yeah, sure. Anyone else want to pet an insufferably cute dog?
Oh, me! I want to pet a cute dog!
Good, good.
I immediately love this character's voice. It's always the actors that have the best voices,
Hey,
isn't it?
Witch, you want to pet a dog?
I'm good, thanks.
I'm waiting for the audio to catch up because it was lagging for me.
What's her deal? Nah, whatever.
Yeah, I tried to rope any more witches into stuff, Rev. It didn't work so well. I mean, it did kind of work so well last time.
Hey, Rev, why is your dog warm?
Yeah, bro. If I didn't know any better.
Well, most creatures are warm. It's probably only because of the cat that's probably, like cold at this point because of how many times it's died, but most things are warm. Mark, you should know that as someone who probably regularly consumes mammal blood, I would imagine.
I think this was a hellhound.
Yeah, that would be something, huh?
No way, bro. I totally called it.
Well, he just got eaten.
Wasn't too disappointed. I guess because it's first person, I imagine that if they'd done this in third person, they would have had like a shot of him actually reacting to it and then getting devoured. But yeah,
Bad dog! Run, Raven!
Perfect. If this doesn't get me expelled, I don't know what will. What do you think you're doing, dog? I released you. That makes me your master.
I mean, if you release something, it has no master, but nice try.
Sarah, do something!
What do you mean, uh-oh? You said you were relying on it hurting you. Why are you backing away now? Yeah, see, Sarah actually, not questioning the request, that makes sense. But again, I don't get why Rev is saying, oh no, wait a minute, I don't want to get hurt, after saying, literally, regrettably, he would resurrect.
All right, you flea bag. I've already been inside one monster today. I have better things to do than be stuck inside another.
And why did you release a Okay, anyway.
Freaking hate dogs!
But you can't be in here,
This is a really sudden change of heart, but...
zombie! What the hell?
Move!
He wasn't in the way! She was to the side! What the heck?
I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
I think this is probably, like, you know, the time in the episode now we're halfway point where Rev's motivation and character changes drastically. It's like the episode where you like tried to bring back where he brought back the dead out of nowhere, and then for some reason decided to help out and, you know, kill them all again, even though they probably want the same thing that he did and could have been like way better at assets to him alive and sowing the chaos. His motivations changed like halfway through that episode, and also seems like this episode he's having a change of methodology. He still wants the same thing at least, but like, you know, now it's like, oh, wait a minute. The thing I wanted, the thing I said was I was okay with, I'm not okay with for no apparent reason.
Uh-oh.
It shouldn't be
All right,
fear.
whatever. Just hurry
Fear.
and get this over with.
Halt!
Huh?
Sit. Now go.
I think my audio is a little bit delayed.
Ah! Get off of me, you maging butt!
Well, you know, it's only Wendy. We don't care about her.
Good angel.
Stop doing that.
What?
Daring things to kill you. It's making my job hard.
I don't... like I care? I didn't ask...
Yeah, you already agreed to, like, you know, open the cage and let the thing out. Why suddenly, yeah.
Gonna do this... whatever it is you're doing!
I'm guessing this is a bit of like I'm guessing it's a bit of like a guardian angel situation. That's what she means by her job, essentially. But I mean, you know, come on. Come on. If you're a good guardian angel would have not let that thing out in the first place.
So...
Most impressive, Mr. Bennett. Not only did you escape detention, you wrecked half of my dorm halls with my own monster.
You sound mad.
The detention pit, you know, like the Owl House. Also, I like how the wreckage was happening off screen.
Mad? No. A bit frustrated, perhaps. Almost certainly. Never has a student taken my mercifulness for granted so thoroughly. I am finding it increasingly more difficult to remain as merciful as I have been.
Excellent.
That's not what he wants to hear right now, unless she's actively trying to find an excuse to expel him.
Then go ahead and expel us.
Oh, not quite, Mr. Bennett. You think unleashing a hellhound is that much of an encumbrance?
Again, I imagine if they kept one at the school, they would have once again a system for it. That's Rev's like ultimate, flaw in this case. He's trying to sow discourse in ways a school like this would be prepared for if it had those things to begin with.
Have experience in taming monsters, Mr. Bennett. It is already back where it belongs. You, however,
I mean, hopefully not with Wendy still in its jaws, but okay.
Are horribly out of place. It's back to detention with you.
Why bother? I'm just going to break out again.
No, you will not. Because if you do...
This time, you need to take a breather. Sounds like he's in a lung this time.
You will sorely regret it. Be a good boy. And stay put.
What the hell? Wait, where'd Sarah go?
It's more traditional detention.
She's not the student responsible for everything today. Merely
Oh yeah, and Rev was for the whole head thing before.
an accomplice. Please.
Then why was she put in detention the first time then if she's only an accomplice? If that was a concern, if that was a reasoning behind not punishing her now, why not do the same then?
Take a seat.
You see what I mean? Where it feels like these two, like half this episode, like right before my computer crashed, actually felt like an entirely different, like, set of circumstances almost.
Mr. Vennet.
Why? Is my punishment a lecture?
As far as punishments go, it can't be that bad, can it?
Stupid school, stupid dumb punishment.
Now let me tell you about the 500-page history of Lovecraftian horror or something.
Thank you. Could I interest you in some tea, perhaps?
I'm not in the mood for your hospitality.
Of course you aren't. You've made that abundantly clear during your time here at Cade. Still, you'll have to pardon me as I attempt to treat you respectfully regardless. I do sincerely apologize.
Can you just get the lecture?
Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft is not exactly a person I would call who treats someone respectively. Not everyone, at least. A select few.
Over with. I'm not going to listen.
Very well, then. I just have a question. What is it all for?
Huh?
The jumping, the rioting, the antagonizing. When you do these things, what do you expect to happen next? Not the immediate result. What you hope it all leads to.
Quiet.
Quiet? As in peace or nothingness?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, he's curious, I suppose.
Mr. Vennet, perhaps you were right all along. This school may just be a prison.
What?
Do you know how Cade came to be? Humankind dominates this planet, and we cannot share it with them as ourselves.
I mean, I forget exactly, because I remember that they said that Lovecraft was something else in this world other than obviously a human. I forget what they called him, but yeah, I suppose. Also, while I paused here, I might as well just say as well, that is something that I imagine Rev hasn't really properly considered. I mean, yeah, he says like quiet, but that was like the first thing he ever talks about. I always thought that the reason behind like trying to escape was because he's been put here in a place that he doesn't feel like he belongs, and was led to he learned that people consider him to be a freak for reasons that he didn't even know existed in the first place, because they were surprisingly kept away from him aside from anything to do with like brewing and reviving a cat. So really on his personal praying for that one, honestly. I don't know what their goal was there, but that's really why he's in a place that he doesn't want to be. He wants like some form of escape, even if it is the ultimate, because as a teenager he's probably thinking like, if I'm better to succumb to the nothingness rather than be imprisoned and in life, or something like that. I don't know what the phrase in English, but it's like the phrase like, to die on your feet versus to live on your knees or something like that. I'm not sure if that's a phrase in English. It's a phrase in Spanish, but yeah, I'm guessing that was, all playing, but obviously in the moment, he's not going to phrase it in his mind because it all made sense to him. But how does he convey that to someone else?
It's an unfortunate situation.
And that's also a fantastic thing for a protagonist to go through, actually, because with so many protagonists being audience surrogates, which is to some extent Rev definitely is. Again, he's been kept in the dark for some time, so that allows us. But we're not supposed to, I guess have. I would like some more answers to why he changed his mind radically in certain moments when his actual tangible goals seem to be within grasp versus like how he actually goes about things. Episode 2, the Dead Student one being a prime example. But but we're not supposed to ever have like a full, at this point, a full briefing on like everything to do with him, because we're still learning about him as we're observing like his actual journey. And that's something that a lot of times like gets lost when people only have main characters that are written as blank for people to relate to in the first place, compared to, see if you do find something to relate to in these circumstances, and which are exacerbated into the realms of fantasy, and at the same time, explore how someone else gets through them or doesn't get through them or whatever. So yeah, again, really love that.
To be forced to conform. And if you choose to see it as just that, then yes, the school is a prison. But I choose to see the value in humanity, in empathy, of society.
Again, H.P. Lovecraft being the person to convey this message. The message is great, but the mouth that they've chosen to deliver it from is just so bizarre when you know what the actual guy was like.
And companionship, and trust, and love. Us monsters could serve to learn these things from the humans. Don't you agree?
I don't need them.
Mr. Bennett, that may very well be true. On the path you are walking, the one leading straight to destruction, those things are unnecessary. But have you stopped to consider that maybe, just maybe, this place could be something other than a prison? That's your path. Could lead somewhere else.
This is probably, if this took place at the end of a season, it'd definitely be the moment where like all the flashbacks start happening of like all the happy moments he's had, which there aren't that many right now, but they exist.
I...
What in the world?
Don't look at me this time.
Stay put, Mr. Bennett. I'll be right back.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe that hellhound was not contained that much.
What? Sarah?
I found the
Oh, was it diversion?
boiler room.
Yeah.
Wait, you blew up the school to bust me out?
Well, I don't know about the whole. We're blowing the ball over the whole school. This isn't The Shining. I hope not.
It's what you would have wanted. Right?
Good job, Angel.
What now?
Now, we push that principal over the edge. Come on. Here it is. Principal's office. I wonder... Perfect.
Okay, what would you have done if she were actually inside? Like, realistically, what was the goal after that? Again, what's the end point, not the immediate result? Although in that case, the immediate result would also be, get out of my office.
Where is the principal?
Doesn't matter. She's not here right now. Meaning we can snoop as much as we want. Let's see if there's something that principal. Maybe something to tell me what the hell she is. Or give me something to mess with her. These chalices, it's just really creepy flower and... Oh. Is this what I think it is?
I'm actually not sure. I've forgotten what that might have been.
Now this is what I was looking for.
Oh, it looks like an eye. Is that how she sees around the school? If so, could she see now that you've taken it?
What's that?
Just a simple relic. Which is how that principal controls every undead janitor in this school.
I guess he would have seen her use that before in the first episode.
Oh.
Now, it's time for me to earn my expulsion. Watch, Sarah! Mihi parabis!
What did you do?
Let's go see for ourselves,
It's like
Angel.
all the janitors are on fire.
Just right around here should be the main...
Yep, there we go.
Yes! Yes! Oh, isn't this beautiful?
Dear God.
See, this is where I can say, if the principal hadn't left that unguarded, like, yeah, this is probably something that they would not usually be prepared for. But then again, if the red was that important in the first place, lock your door. You're at school for
You! Did you do this?
Maybe.
Of course, because it's always you, isn't it, Revenant? Always doing whatever you want, thinking you're immortal.
I kind of
hello?
am.
I'm sick of you, pushing me and testing me, getting me wrapped up in your crap.
Except for all the times that you've done the same thing to him.
Ever since you came to this school, you've made my life a living hell. They let you get away with too much. Someone ought to take you down a peg. So
Yeah, you've tried that a bunch. You also tried to leave him in a dimension that one time. Didn't work.
that's why I'm going to rip you limb from bloody limb.
I really hope they're not trying to do a thing where, like, oh yeah, turns out Rev actually has been terrible to Wendy this whole time. Like, Wendy specifically has retaliated so much against him at this point that it's no longer justified.
I will tear you into tiny pieces. And I won't stop until you die screaming for mercy! Damn it! Not again!
Rev.
I do still wonder, like, what the principal actually told her. That's the real thing that I'm wondering.
Venet. What did you do to my school?
I do love the fact that you can hear her losing it a little bit here.
Answer me, Venet.
What does it look like?
Congratulations. You've done it. This by far is deserving of expulsion.
And that's why you definitely should not have pushed him to this point if you didn't want this to happen.
Finally! Now hurry up and...
Do not interrupt me. Mr. Venet,
That seemed like the end of a sentence.
perhaps I never made it clear enough to you what expulsion entails.
No, you didn't. That was I pointed that out at the beginning of the episode.
You do not return home. You aren't sent out with a slap on the wrist.
Then what?
I erase you. Completely. Every last atom gets erased from this plane of existence. You do not die. You simply cease to be.
Yeah, you think that if you'd ever explained that to him, he would have gone this far? Seemed like she was looking for that to happen.
I have not expelled a
Not exactly, the best, rehabilitation point here.
student in centuries, Mr. Venet. And you are the first to tempt me. And believe me, I am so tempted. However, in an effort to proffer you one final chance, I will restrain myself. For now. This is your final chance, Mr. Venet. Escalate our game any further, and you will cease to be. Now get out of my sight.
Okay, so that does raise a question. I thought they were going to have him make a choice if he wants to be expelled or not at that point. Because I was thinking back to what he said to Lovecraft in terms of, not the immediate result, but also being quiet and nothingness and it not mattering. Because all of that seemed to actually align. But another thing that happens a lot of the time for a lot of, just not even the characters, but just people, is even if they can articulate what they want, or if they fail, doesn't really matter, but they achieve it and they suddenly realize, like, oh, wait a minute, what was I thinking? Why did it want this whole time? That also happens quite frequently. And that's where I thought this was going, in the sense that, Rev verbally clarified that he wanted this, like, oblivion in the first place. But the moment he was potentially going to be granted that, he suddenly was like, wait, why was this my goal? Now it might actually happen, Be careful what you wish for. What was the first, like, puff of smoke that were, like, puffed over? Was that?
Finally.
Although I guess the answer is yes.
Finally! I have her right where I want her!
Oh, but Sarah now heard what it's all about. And she's been concerned about him this whole time. Now I see where this is going.
I'm right there. I just need to do a little more. All right, Angel. This one's for all the marbles. I say we start in the dorm hall and...
Rev, stop. You heard her. Expulsion isn't freedom,
It's better! That's the whole point, Sarah! No more cages. No more lectures. And no more games. I'll be done. For good.
I don't want this.
Fine, I get it. If you don't want to get erased too, I'll just deal with it myself. Good luck figuring the rest out.
Yeah, the thing is with Sarah, she seemed like, her existence, was just not something she valued in the slightest. So it's definitely his.
You misunderstand. I don't want you doing this.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
My job, as your guardian angel.
There it is. There it is. Thought so.
Get out
Have I said before how unsubtle this show actually is?
of my way!
No.
Is that the first time she's said no to him? It might be.
Then I'll make you!
Oh wow, the particles for the codex in this form are way better.
Okay.
Oh, 4 wings. That's the ultimate power here. Again, another thing that's very Dragon Ball themed. Oh, and that's it?
You
Really?
hit harder than I thought, Angel.
You... too. Are you still trying to get expelled?
No.
After being knocked out of a window, it really gives you a different perspective in life, apparently. I don't know.
Really?
Much like that window, I see things clearly now.
Really? Because, thanks to you, I finally had enough time to think. And I realize now that principal is playing us the whole time.
Wait, you had time to think while unconscious on the ground? What?
How?
She knows everything that happens in this school. That means she knew exactly when we broke out of detention every time. And let it.
And she also knows about, about the dimension thing, about all the stuff that she said before. Yeah, again, it really does seem like if she, I don't know.
Happen.
Bravo. It seems you finally caught on to my game, Mr. Bennett.
So what? You figured you'd punish me by making me waste my time?
Not quite. This whole day was a lesson, Mr. Bennett. A lesson that no matter how much you flail and struggle, you will never defy me.
That was the first episode's plot as well. Are you telling me we spent an entire episode relearning exactly how this entire series kicked off? Are you serious?
You cannot die, and you only get away with as much as I let you get away with. But because I know exactly what you want, you'll never get it. That is the lesson, Mr. Bennett. You cannot die. So cease these pointless attempts and accept your fate.
Sorry, again, lagged. Cease your pointless attempts and accept. Go on.
See, you've made a mistake, Kincaid. I may not be able to die, but everything you've done today shows me just how much you hate the fact that I try. So, I'll keep trying.
Well, I mean, she doesn't hate it that much if she lets you try constantly, but okay.
And
oh, unless the whole point is she was trying to prove that it doesn't work and therefore came to stop, but okay.
just to spite you, I will find a way. I don't care if you know all. Know this. I will never stop trying.
Which probably means you could, again, she can potentially expel you for that, but okay.
You are one stubborn little revenant. Congratulations. You have successfully, truly frustrated me, Mr. Venet.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I guess I could eat.
Did you have lunch earlier? Oh, I guess it's dinner time at the boarding school. Okay, so I was about to say that that not only did this episode just reiterate what we knew from episode 1 anyway, but it also then invalidated its own evolution of that by suggesting that, suggesting that the Rev has learned nothing as a result, and nothing is going to change, and everything is going to go back to the way that it was before. I guess the only difference might be at the end because of Wendy, but again, she definitely is not. She definitely has not earned the the same pity as potentially someone like Blake might have, because not Blake, what? Sorry, I'm thinking of Ruby. Blake Belladonna. No, Belladonna is the name of this. Sorry. Someone like Bella might have, because Rev compromised her in a way that was in a way that actually did frustrate her, but was beyond her control, but she then had a righteous reason to lash out. In terms of Wendy, it was really just sense of everything escalating from one bit to another. She is right. They let him get away with a lot, but they let her get away with almost as much. It's just because she doesn't push as much that, this lesson could have been applied as easily to her as it could have been to Rev, just without, the lack of mortal peril being associated with that. Rev himself is able to take things further rather than him being, given special treatment. But ultimately, the reason I'm not saying that this was pointless is because, at the very least, remember I mentioned Porridge a couple episodes ago? It might have been a few months back or something at this point. I don't know. But the show Porridge, set in a prison. There's one episode, a Christmas special, they try to break out of prison, but most of the time it's a case of, small victories within the system. And that's kind of the thing, the guards in that show keep repeating that you can't beat the system. But, beating the system does not necessarily mean having to find some sort of way to escape, or take over the whole place, or enact righteous vengeance upon your captors or something in that case. But it can be as simple as getting a tin of pineapples back inside without getting in trouble for it, or smuggling different softer toilet paper or whatever. Yes, these are actual plots in the show. So yeah, that's really it. So and that's the philosophy behind that series, is that the wins might be small, but they are huge to the people that make them. And I think that's what this episode ends up doing as well. Not to say that every other episode hasn't dabbled in that to some extent, but the idea of getting under someone's skin without causing it to topple over the edge, or for the status quo to change at all beyond that point, that in itself is a victory. So because of that, I can say this episode, had some sort of a point. Also a little bit in terms of regressing Rev before, his big revelation of, his other emotions and such. It didn't feel like it followed along from that as much this time. So you could say this was a case of, him falling back into old habits when, as I said before, different methods are of rehabilitation proved more effective. Simply just, getting closer to Bella for all, that seemed to work to some extent. I mean, it was out of necessity, but still. So it does show that people can make progress. Even Lovecraft in this one, as much as again the mouth the message is coming from is questionable, the message itself remains strong. So it's nice that this series like has that kind of thing where he gets to somewhat reflect upon that potentially later. If other events hadn't happened immediately afterwards, he probably would have mulled that over a little bit more. So yeah, was it as good as episode 4? Definitely not. Episode 4 is still my favorite, but this one wasn't so bad in places. The only bit where like trailed off properly for me was in the middle, where it seemed like, oh wait a minute, the thing that I said was well, I was okay with having attack me and potentially maul me to quote unquote death and then come back from. I suddenly was like, oh no, I hate dogs, even though I freed specifically a dog. Yeah, what was that about? So that still seems to be a bit of an issue when these episodes like turn on a dime. Surprisingly, happening more towards like the halfway mark than than I would have imagined. A pattern is beginning to emerge at this stage, but whether or not it will continue, I guess only time will tell. So with that, thanks everyone for watching this one. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if you've done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.